Yeah.
And so, how does how does AI become the tool I want it to be for me? How does it augment me as opposed to just satisfy a random set of assignment needs or the minimum required?
Exactly.
Yes, so that's a good question. As you pose it, I can say what I do personally.
Yeah.
In my own work as a whole, not really academically, but even when I'm writing my blogs, because I do quite a bit of blog writing. What I do is I prefer to use it to sort of ground the structure of what I'm going for. So I like to start with structure. I always say writing is structure. So once you understand the structure of what you're trying to go for, at least it's giving you some optionality, then you can tell it, okay, give me, it's like I don't know what philosopher, is it Socratic method or whatever?
Yes.
When they ask you ask yourself questions, right? You question yourself in order to fulfill these ideas that are posited and to fit the structure. What questions do I need to answer? So that really comes back to me. And it's become much more robust because back in the day when I used to write blogs, I used to have to come up with everything.
Exactly.
In a way that I couldn't get the tool to ask me questions that make my ideas more defensible, make them more robust. I get the tool to ask me the questions. I write down the answers. I say, this question matters, this question doesn't matter. Once I have everything and it's in my voice, I can put it in, say structure it like this. Maybe give me another option. Maybe I give it a sample of the writing I've done in the past and say, okay, make it sound more like this, or give me a few variations of this. I can take a piece from this, I consolidate it together. At the end of the day, you have a much more unique and interesting piece. And for me, at least, I've come up with much better output in terms of quality that just I wouldn't have been able to do before.
And also, where instead of asking make this or that, ask it questions. Does this make sense? I'm trying to say XYZ. Do you understand it this way? How would you make it? How would you improve it so that I can make X point? So it's really, that's when you're using it as a tool. You're talking to it, you're challenging yourself, and that's the whole point. Challenge yourself through the process of learning, because it really can help you do that and take it to the next level.
Yes.
And that's fantastic. Sorry to cut you off. I just want to mention something on that. It's that it's not a search engine, it's a tool.
Indeed.
Right?
Yes.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Meaning you can question it. You can actually question it and it tells you something, but you need the expertise to be able to say, okay, look, that might not be correct. Let's go this way. Let's think about it like this, right? Dr. Sullivan, Professor?
Well, you can, I'm not a doctor, but that's okay. You can call me doctor.
Yes, Professor.
You can stress test your ideas. That's what you're saying. Like, use the questions, so where does this argument fall apart? Where is my logic flawed? Where will people not understand what I'm trying to say? So, as a means of communication, use it to improve your ideas, just like the two of you were talking about. Like, I would call that stress testing your ideas. Get it to stress test your ideas so that you come up with something more robust. And it's not you're not asking it to tell you what to do. You're asking it to tell you where you can improve what it is that you're doing.
Exactly.
And then it might have ideas. Of course it does. It chats a lot.
But let's face it, a lot of people, we use it as a search engine. Now, this is where we need to check, right? So while it's gonna give information, we need to always check, and the proper search agents should to be able to look of where the information is coming from, and is it valid or is it making up information. And that's where I think the importance of referencing APA, linking it back to citation, where we need to start putting a loop and looking into things. It makes up links for when they are make up citations. It makes up references as per and depending on how you prompt it. So we need to check every